Yo, this is your first time here, welcome. Been here before, welcome back. In December last year, Twitch had around 7.5 million active streamers. Every 3 months, 6 billion hours of content were consumed each quarter on Twitch alone. That doesn't even include YouTube or Facebook. That's good though, right? Plenty of people watching, right? Plenty of opportunity, right? If you're just starting out in your game streaming journey, or you're thinking about starting a game streaming journey twice, this video is here to help you make the decision on whether you pull the pin and go full send, or maybe rein it in and maybe come up with some other ideas on how you might achieve your goals that you're planning to achieve through streaming. It's all about thinking what you want to achieve from streaming and think about other ways to get there. If you genuinely enjoy streaming and you don't care about viewership, you don't want to make money from it, you just enjoy playing games and for some reason like to put it on the internet, go ahead. I love that enthusiasm, amazing. But for the rest of you that want to build up a community, want to build up a viewership, want to maybe even make an income from this, the stuff in this video, watching right to the end, will help you out. If you already have a stream set up and you are streaming regularly or not regularly, just sometimes just have a channel, drop the details of it in the comments below. I'll come and support you, say hello, sub, do all that type of stuff. I'd love to see what you guys are doing, and obviously I consume tons and tons and tons of live stream content, so anybody that's in my community or is watching my videos that does that type of stuff, let me know and I'll come say hello. Whether that's Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, no bothered. Tell me where and I'll be there. If you're new here and fancy helping out a little creator on his road to 5k subs, flip your phone, jump off the video, press that subscribe button. Every new sub is massively appreciated and you're more than welcome here in our community. Let's get into it. So I'm a quote unquote small content creator. I am by proxy in the gaming tech niche. I kind of fit the stereotype of a streamer. Beard, hair, I'm a bit fruity, I've got all this stuff, I paint my fucking nails, you know, I'm a bit out there, a bit eccentric. I'm no too shabby a gamer, I'm no great but I'm alright. I've definitely got all the gear, and one of the most important things is I do have 1,000 subs on YouTube and I am monetized. So I do have a little bit of a community and a little bit of a following. What does that mean? Well, it means that I've done the stuff, or I have the stuff that you might consider necessary or the means to make it easy to become a streamer. And then you would think that I should just be able to jump on and either build an income or build a viewership on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook while playing games, which is kinda, I would assume, why you're coming here to watch the video. I've got all the parts, so in theory, should be simple. Background on me, I tried streaming a couple of years ago when I first started YouTube. I kind of thought that's where I want to go. It was massive at the time, just at the start of lockdown, that kind of stuff. I tried it and it flopped badly. I did a lot of time on live. Tried Warzone, tried Valheim, tried loads of different games. Sometimes I'd stream to 2 people, the majority of the time I'd be streaming to absolutely nobody. A couple of times maybe I got 30, 40 viewers, but then actually it was on Facebook and it turned out that it was just people that knew me, friends, family, whatever that were watching. And that's not really what you want, because, I mean, maybe it is and you like streaming to your friends and family, then, you know, fair play to you, but if you're wanting to build some type of viewership, it's about building a community, and those aren't really the people that you want in the community. You want an external bunch of people who are interested in the stuff that you're doing. So I decided at that time that it wasn't for me and I was just going to start creating YouTube content. Fast forward to the last couple of months and I've started streaming again. This time I have all of the gear, I have a small community, I am monetized on YouTube, so on and so forth, so technically it should push me more. I have little pockets of other communities in Facebook and maybe like 100 on TikTok and blah blah blah, you know. Whatever. I have all the things now and I've started streaming a bit more. And it really got me thinking, my experience now has been so massively different from what it was like back then. And I don't mean in time, I mean in you know, I've built up stuff in the YouTube channel, I've built up content, built up a little community. And the experience for me was so wildly different, I thought it would be rude for me not to share the benefits of doing something first to then get an output at the end if you're thinking about streaming, i.e. making some content and building a viewership before you then live stream, rather than just jumping straight into the live stream game. The real question here for you is, if today, should you start streaming, live streaming straight away? And the answer to that is, well, probably not, but it depends. If you're going to go ahead with it, or if you have, just understand that the work involved is massive and at the start for very minimal output. It is demoralizing as fuck. Streaming to nobody is one of the toughest things you can do, and if you're somebody who's been slogging it out, streaming to nobody for a long time, I have massive respect for that because I know how fucking tough it is. And one of the problems with it is that if you're like me and gaming acts like a bit of a release from your work life, if it acts as kind of a release from family life, home life, you just love gaming in general, streaming to nobody and making it kind of your job it turns it into something that you don't want it to be. It takes the enjoyment out of it, it sucks the life away from it, and really, when I did it, it really stopped. I fell out with love with gaming, I ended up hating it and I just stopped altogether. It wasn't fun for me anymore. It was just a challenge because I felt like even if I was playing really well in a game, I felt like I was failing every time I played. And you need to keep that in mind because that can be tough. And if it's your escape from something, if you don't have anything else, it's okay for me kind of because, you know, I've got the gym as an escape. But if it is your specific escape, it can be tough going. So just, it's a good one to think about. So the point of this is that now that I've gained a following through YouTube, I have much better equipment, I've got a little bit of money to spend on some type of advertising, it's made a massive difference. So my last stream on YouTube, or one of the last streams that I did, just on YouTube alone, not even on Twitch, just on YouTube, ended up with about 300 views it's got now, and it's still growing every day. For context, even when I was streaming all of the time, those 300 views from people is probably more combined than I would have got in 4, 5, 6 weeks previously. So, you know, that's a massive amount from one particular stream, just one stream. Now, the interesting thing when you delve into the analytics is, where did these come from? So where did the views come from? They didn't just magic up out of nowhere. Well, 60% were from people on my channels, subscribers, returning viewers, people from my communities, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You know, they've come from my specific platforms to come and watch me and interact with me in that way. So that's where that becomes important. Those people are coming from the communities that I've built and the rapport that I've built with people in other areas, not just from the live streaming gaming part. Now, why is this? I truly believe that nobody cares who you are, right? So they don't care about who you are if you're streaming in amongst Stone Mountain, Nick Merckx, blah, 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 those guys. If you're streaming in amongst them, nobody cares. So creating content somewhere else, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you've got tons of places that you can create content. What you can do in those places is you can deliver value, right? So value by the way of information, comedy, entertainment, loads of ways that you can deliver value in this day and age. But what you can then offer is you offer them value and you've given something. You're not just offering you playing a game, right? You're offering something. In my case, I review controllers, and then people get some type of value from me and they want to be part of the community, which is amazing. What happens with live streaming content is that you decide when the viewer watches your videos. You're live between 12, 3, 5, 9. You're deciding when the viewer can watch your videos. Content that's uploaded as per videos, TikToks, YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff, the viewer can decide when they consume that content, which puts them in control of when they can build a relationship with you. It's not on your terms, which is how it should be. You're creating content that should be consumed by the viewer for them to enjoy whenever they want, however much of it they want. And really creating content that can be consumed at any time is an amazing way to do that. And then obviously if you're not live 24/7, then it gives that chance to, oh, I know this person, I know about them, and then when they're actually specifically live, you can jump in and you can chat with them and that kind of stuff. So it's a huge benefit there. Because think about it. So you're thinking about people who just want to find a new streamer. For me, I watch loads of streamers, but I never find anybody new that's got very little subs because I think that there's a lot of reason, and I technically I should, and obviously in this I'm happy to support people, but I don't want to be consuming live content that much if I'm just there to support. I want it to be enjoyable content. I want to have some type of rapport with them. Somebody like FaZe Swag, for example. I don't know him, he's never going to reply to me on comments, but I know all about him because of the videos that I watch from him, for example. So that's fun to me. He's delivered value to me through that, and so I want to watch his stuff, you know? If you're just there with no viewers on Twitch playing a game that everybody else is playing, the competition's way too high and it's just not worth it. So if people can consume content by you on their own time and you can grab their attention, then once you've built that community, it should help you get first sets of viewers and maybe start down that sort of streaming. As you have more people into your content, then the apps will push you out. If you've got 100, 200 viewers, then the algorithms in each of the apps will start to punt you out and then you can drag in new viewers from there. But starting from no one and nothing is so hard. I would always recommend build a community, build some content that can be consumed whenever first, then move on to the streaming. Overarching theme, give your community value, build a community, then stream to them and go have fun. This may have just been mad rambles for some of you, but hopefully it helps someone, even one person, just a little bit. If it did help you and you want me to drop more content on how to actually get started streaming, where to stream, little tips on how to do stuff like that, shout up and I'd be more than happy to make some content on it. For those of you that just like listening to me ramble, you're welcome, I suppose. If you did enjoy the video, remember to sub, like, leave a comment, do what you need to do. Don't forget to drop your channel names below if you do decide to get started or have already, and I will come and say hello. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.